When the protest started, many nationalists said it wouldn't last. The press said it would deteriorate into violence. The PSNI at times tried to provoke that violence. Republicans said that it was the paramilitaries controlling things. Guilty prods said it was only those hooligans in Belfast. Those who oppose us have tried every dirty trick in the book to break our commitment, to demonise us, to stop us from taking a stand to say to Republicans, to the Parades Commission, to the PSNI, enough is enough. You gathered here today, and all those who support us over this time, have given them all their answers. We have done that by our peaceful protests, which will be 300 days old this coming Wednesday. The lodges, the bands, this community, and all who support us remain resolute, we remain committed, we remain determined to see this parade completed and the Legacy lodges get home. Yes, it has been frustrating at times. Yes, we've had our differences, but what we have here on a Saturday and in Tredale during the week is a model for what unionism and loyalism should be like all the time. A people united, every shade of unionism and loyalism standing shoulder to shoulder in supporting the right of the Legacy brethren and bands to complete their 12th. Even though there's an election coming up, the one item that all unionists agree on is their support of this campaign against the sectarian actions of bigoted Republicans. And can I say, as an aside, we need to ensure we vote for unionist candidates on the 22nd of May. I don't care what branch or party of unionism you support, but if we do not turn out and vote for every unionist on the ballot paper, then we're handing a vote to the Nationalists and the Alliance Party. The election, the 22nd of May, is part of this campaign. And each of you need to continue to play your part as you have done over these last near 300 days. Apathy is the enemy of unionism. Vote for all unionist candidates on the 22nd of May and no others. It was King William III and the Glorious Revolution that laid the foundation for democracy in this country. The Ulster Covenant was a democratic and peaceful act. It was democratic politics that ensured we remained and still remain part of the United Kingdom. And it will be politics that will see the Union Jack raised again in the City Hall. It will be politics that will rid us of the Parades Commission. It will be politics and your commitment that will see this parade completed. Peaceful protest is part of democratic politics. We have protested successfully and peacefully for all these days. And the one thing that Republicans don't understand is peaceful protest. Because it's hard to get used to peace and democracy when you've been in the terror business for nearly 100 years. Republicans have little respect for political democracy. For them, it's just another tool in their arsenal to achieve United Ireland. We've witnessed over these last days Mr. Adams arrested by appointment. And yes, we will congratulate the PSNI for that. But let me say, it was a courtesy that was not afforded to Ruth Patterson. When the PSNI said they had no choice but to go to her work to arrest her for a private comment on Facebook. Yet Pro-V leaders are called to border hotels to receive their get-out-of-jail-free letters. Or as Mr. Adams did, they turn up by appointment to be interviewed for horrendous crimes. Sadly, this is the double standard of policing that we face. And if you saw the lady on the Nolan show during the week, I congratulate her. Well done. Because you told the story what happened in East Belfast last 12th of July. When on the Newmarch Road the PSNI allowed the nationalist community to police themselves. What was the result? The parade was viciously and relentlessly attacked. Scores of men and women and children were injured. Hundreds of people were traumatised, and thousands of pounds worth of damage was caused to uniforms and banners. And what was the consequence? Dozens of unionist people who went to watch a parade have ended up with convictions because they sought to do what the PSNI failed to do, attack the parade. How many Republicans have been convicted for attacking the parade? Not one. These double standards need to be addressed. We all need to work at stopping the greening of the PSNI. But back to Mr. Adams. Adams is arrested for a dirty sectarian murder of a woman who had helped a wounded British soldier. And what does Master McGuinness do? He hints that there will be consequences for the peace process. Why? Because the PSNI had the audacity to arrest Gerry Adams. Someone needs to buy Master McGuinness a new book, Democracy for Dummies. Democracy is not one rule for the public and another one for Republicans. Democracy does not wipe the slate clean. The IRA's failed dirty little sectarian campaign is not forgotten because people vote for them. You see, true democracy involves civil and religious liberty for all. Trying to pervert the course of justice or stopping people expressing their culture, as Republicans seek to do here in Drumcree and in many other places and indeed in other ways, are simply echoes of their terrorist past. A past that is caught up with Mr. Adams. I see they've painted a new mural to him in the Falls Road. Sadly, it's not a memorial mural. If it was, Jean McConville might be alive today. Certainly there'd be more Protestants alive, more policemen, more UDR men. Indeed, there'd even be more Roman Catholics alive today. However, even though their cowardly campaign failed to defeat the Protestant Unionist people, let us not allow them a free hand to pervert the democratic process. Vote for all Unionists to stop Sinn Féin and their fellow travellers in the SDLP and the Alliance from further attacking our birthright and our culture. Stop listening to those who try to cause dissent within our ranks. We have widespread support from our country brethren from around the 6 counties. I've travelled to Down, Antrim, Fermanagh, Tyrone, Londonderry and Armagh and beyond, and I can assure you our brethren and bondsmen and fellow loyalists in those parts of the country are still supporting us in big numbers. There's no divide between the city and country when it comes to standing up for civil and religious liberty. This protest, the nightly parade and the civil rights camp have all been ways of keeping a presence here, keeping the protest and campaign alive, letting people know that we haven't gone away, you know. Gerry might have to eat those words. He might be going away. Let me finish. On behalf of the Ligonier Lodges, for thanking each of you for your ongoing support, for the visiting bonds, brethren and loyalists, to the residents of this community for their patience and support, and to those who run the camp and raise funds. To each and every one of you, a sincere thanks. United we stand, divided we fall.
No, sir.
And their cry was...
No, sir!
Thank you, Mervyn.